Hello and welcome to the first Reactionists Podcast. I'm going to ask Alex and Douglas now to unmute their microphones. Guys, you going to unmute? By any chance? No? You're just going to leave me to stew? What are you laughing at?
I'm in the wrong place.
Are you?
We're all in the wrong places.
You look at the boxes. I'm Alex.
Alex, you look.
Flowers. Where's the flowers?
Alex, you look so much better than usual. Oh,
Jonah Bob, you're so handsome.
oh yes. There we go.
Why? Because my name is now Electric Skeleton.
Off to a good start. It's a shame we didn't notice that when we were doing all that hour and a half worth of preparation that we did. But we're good now. So,
Yeah.
this is the first episode, like I said. You okay, Dougie? Don't die. That's the first first episode of the Reactionist Podcast, a podcast primarily about games, but also about entertainment. And if Alex gets his way, about men being attacked by crocodiles.
That was Dougie's subtopic he mentioned, but I said, why not talking about it?
Yeah. But because we are boring fucks, after we've said hello to no one, which is actually hello to 5 people, hello 5 people, it was 14, but after that beginning, the technical errors at the beginning, they quickly shrunk down. So
Fuck this, I'm out of here.
Yep.
We can move on to the standard stereotypical video game podcast topic, the beginner topic, which is let me find this. what have game you
tonight,
play?
But you know, he's currently got an icky body.
Pardon me?
Got the flu. Liam couldn't be with us tonight because he's got the flu.
I was going to address that, yeah. Liam's apparently is leaking from every hole. So we thought it would be a good idea for him just to get some rest. So he'll be joining us next time, hopefully.
Can't have him dribbling on stream again.
Well, they're all making for a good talking point. We're not exactly the most physically attractive podcast crew.
Speak for yourself.
I doubt it could have done much damage to the image. But yes, what have game you play, Douglas?
Recently, I've just started The Walking Dead, episode 1 on Xbox, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I've only got to episode 2, but I've managed to kill my namesake already. So,
oh, Doug, did you let him die or did you get him killed some other way?
No, I let him die. I had the choice of him or Carly. Carly had the gun, so I thought maybe she's quite tidy with a gun, so handy with a gun, so he pegged it. I should have left. Maybe I should have kept
Curly,
up.
is this going into the realms of mice and men?
Carly.
I thought you said Curly.
Curly.
Yeah.
That's a good book.
Just
Okay.
my accent, Alex.
Yeah. No, I think that's the vast majority of people chose Carly first time round. You've got to be utilitarian. If Carly dies, you lose a gun. You know what I mean?
Oh, did she actually? Oh, right, okay. So that's why I thought.
Yeah,
Wasn't sure.
you're choosing which one you want to survive at that point. And
yeah.
no spoilers down the line. I will not give you spoilers for that series because it's so good. The first
Does it
season of
follow-
Walking Dead.
And then I didn't realise how much of a time limit I had, and I was asking the chat for when I'm streaming it, who have to let kill next, and basically I ran out of time and did nothing. Well, Frank, was it Frank? Smashed the girl's father's head in
Kenny.
because he was injured. Kenny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched that.
Does
bit.
it?
So that's where I've kind of left off. So I need to start episode 3, which I will do tomorrow.
Does the Walking Dead game like follow the TV series, or is it kind of separate?
It's separate, but on the first episode I met Glenn.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I've never really been into Telltale games, but I'm gonna give the Borderlands Telltale one that's free on PS Plus a minute ago when I get around to it. But yeah,
I think the game is actually set in the same universe as the comics, rather than in the same universe as the TV series. That's what I've heard, at least, because I think there's actually a couple of shared characters. It's certainly it makes more sense given the way that things work, the logic in the games. But then that could just be it being an adventure game thing. But is that what you've been playing, Dougie?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I've been playing Battlefield, but that's kind of every week.
Yes, that's every day for you. Alex, what have you been playing
that's
this week?
the best one anyway that I've been playing.
Yes.
What have you been playing this week?
Well, today I kind of forgot about it, but I had the Infinite Warfare demo that's in the Player Store. If you want to go download it now, you can. It's still there. And I was playing a bit of the campaign, and I didn't play it when the free weekend was going on, but it's a bag of shite, I'll give you that now. Didn't enjoy it one bit. But, after World War II's coming out, maybe things will change a little bit and it will start turning for the better. And I went and got Black Ops 3 for a topic later on. And just for the zombies primarily, and it's alright. I haven't played the campaign or the multiplayer, but the zombies is pretty good.
On Black Ops 3?
Yes.
Does Infinite Warfare have zombies?
Yeah, it's shit.
It does have zombies, but it's a shit version.
Yeah,
Black Ops 3 is the Treyarch one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's zombies in space, so it's kind of like an 80s kind of like film set sort of thing. It's fucking terrible.
Well,
wasn't there one with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, that was Call of the Dead on Black Ops 1. And you had George Romero come around trying to kill you.
They've done a few of those sort of movie star things, because there was one of them had what do you call him, Robert Englund?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Call of the Dead.
And the boy plays Machete. What's his face?
Danny Trejo.
Trejo, yeah.
But I think there's been two sort of schlocky 80s horror movie style ones. The tragedy, I think I remember being confused that Bruce Campbell wasn't in any of them.
Sacrilegious.
I know. I watched Army of Darkness. Speaking of entertainment, I watched Army of Darkness just for the first time a couple of weeks ago. It's fucking amazing. And
did you watch the director's cut?
No. I just got it on Now TV.
What did that end with?
We didn't actually watch the full thing. We got to the last 10 minutes. Then Francis was like, "I don't want to watch this anymore."
Okay, there's two endings.
Oh right, well don't spoil it for me.
No, but there's one that came out in the cinema, and then there was one later that changed.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure. But I quite fancy that. No, staying with Walking Dead, not Walking Dead, Evil Dead, the TV series, the one he did.
Oh yeah,
I've never seen it though.
What's it called?
Recently, he's playing Ash.
Fear the Walking Dead.
No, that's Walking Dead. Fight the Evil Dead or something. It's Bruce Campbell as an old man, sort of. Well, I suppose the age that he actually is in real life.
The Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
Ash versus Evil Dead. That's it.
I'm just looking on his TV.
But I've been
movies.
desperate to watch that for a good wee while. It looks like such a good series. It's got like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's unheard of. So, yeah.
So, John Bob, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of Overwatch actually. I don't know if I mentioned that last time in the podcast.
Blasphemy!
Why is that blasphemy? No, it's because I've got the collector's edition, and I recently realised I hadn't played it in ages, and they had that event that I spoke about on the last. I did actually speak about this in the last podcast, and I've just got right back into it. I can't stay away. It's finally got its claws into me. I'm stuck, so I've been playing a lot of that. A couple hours every day, obsessively. But that's pretty much that. There's not much more you can elucidate when it comes to Overwatch. Pretty much everyone has played it at this point. Have you guys played Overwatch?
I played the free weekends with Ollie and that. Yeah, I didn't mind it per se, but only in short bursts.
I played the beta.
What do you think of it?
And then I bought it, and then I kind of played it for a while, and I got bored of it. And then I downloaded it the free weekend as well. I still didn't like it or enjoy it as much as Battlefield. So if there's another free weekend, I'll do it. I'll try it again. But
I think that's the nice thing about Overwatch, though, because like you buy the game, but then you get the like maps for free and like new characters. But except the only thing you have to pay for if you want to is just the loot boxes.
I wouldn't.
Well,
no, I wouldn't.
But you don't have to pay
saying,
for them. That's the thing, is you can
unlock
saying. Them. They're optional.
But like the option is there if you want to buy them, but you can play the base game without having to buy new maps, and that's the thing I like about it.
I would have quite liked it if you could actually use money to buy specific things like skins, or if you could buy in-game currency. That's the only thing that I feel is missing because of the sense of randomness. You can open 12 loot boxes in a row and get fuck all of any use to anyone, and because you still get the same amount of chance of getting something if you've already got it. So the more things you've got, the greater chance there is of you getting duplicates.
Yeah.
And for every duplicate you get some credits that you can use to buy something else eventually. But there's so little that it just takes ages. I would rather be able to, like in League of Legends, the amount of money I've spent on skins, just a tenner for a skin. I'll take that.
It's the same, but it's like what do you call it though? It's like CS:GO. People spend hundreds, maybe thousands on skins. That's just an aesthetic instead of a tenner.
Yeah.
So like there is a market there. You could do it.
Well, yeah, I think it's just, I suppose that they want to. You get a lot of backlash with things like that, and Overwatch has already had a bit of backlash over its loot system when it came out. A lot of people saying like, you shouldn't have this. This is £60, and it was an expensive game. Even for a PC game, it was like £50 when it came out. I think it's worth it because of the amount of content you've got, and because they continuously release things. But I can understand why people would be against that.
But it's kind of the same in Modern Warfare Remastered with what you're saying about if you get a duplicate, then it gives you like a small
never mind. Go.
like coinage back, but it's literally pennies.
Yeah,
it's not even worth it.
I don't even know you got loot boxes in Modern Warfare until you just said that right now.
It's supply drops, but you know,
just like in Advanced Warfare.
Yeah,
they've been added in since before. It wasn't on the original. But they've been added for the reboot.
Why can't they just leave things alone?
But the thing is, though, like
this is how I feel about Star Wars. Just let it leave it alone. Just let it be what it is. Don't try to add things on and change things and make the Ewoks blink and make it so that the fucking Luke Skywalker screams in terror as he falls into the ventilation system in Bespin.
No, I am your father.
Greedo did not shoot first.
Correct.
No, but it's like very master. This is the thing I can't grasp. They're like, it's not sticking to the original. What they said they weren't going to do. They're going to keep it as original as possible. But what they've been doing is they've been adding like other content, like new weapons and that. It's like, just leave it alone. I know you want more content to be added so that people like enjoy it. But if you want it to be a remaster and something that's going to be kept to the original, just don't add anything more to it. Just make the graphics look pretty, make it practically a port over to the next gen, and then leave it alone.
Yeah, but it is Activision. I don't know if Bobby Kotick's still in charge of Activision, but he has the axis of evil contained in one man. I remember back in the day, it must have been about 7 years ago, it got out that Activision was looking at releasing games without cutscenes and charging for the cutscenes.
What?
So yeah, if they can gouge you, like it was when StarCraft 2 was coming out, they were like, can we remove the story? And then if somebody wants to see what happened between two levels, we can make them pay £2 or something.
The fucking money whores. I
know they're the worst, but that's just. If you Google Bobby Kotick, one of the images that will come up is his face with satanic, like the horns and like the tail and fire as a background. That's how reviled Bobby Kotick is from that period of history. But as we've been speaking about Modern Warfare, it has been announced, and you have just made this clear to me. This is the next topic, by the way. That Modern Warfare is coming out as a solo release.
Yes.
I knew this was going to happen.
I think we all did.
Because obviously, why would they give up a chance to make money? But at this point, are you, like, Dougie? Do you have this?
I've got the original Modern Warfare on 360, which obviously they're probably not going to be making backward compatible on the Xbox One, because then they're going to lose DOS. So, or they're going to wait a couple months and then they say, "Oh, it's never available."
If they do, they'll probably
depends how much it is. They'll probably want a full price for it as well. These bastards.
Oh, well,
if they're gonna do it though, and they bring out another remaster, then they'll bring out the backwards compatible on COD 4.
Yeah. But when the next one's when Modern Warfare 2 Remastered's coming out, then you can play COD, Modern Warfare on backwards compatibility.
Or buy the Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3.
Because Modern Warfare 2 hasn't even been put on backwards compatible yet, has it?
No.
So that might be their cues to saying, "Hey guys, we're not going to release this yet, but you know what? There's going to be a remaster coming soon."
Well, they put Black Ops 1 and 2 there. It's already backward compatible, and it's actually got the player base back again. So there's probably people buying the map packs and everything all over again. And World at War's backward compatible, and they've actually fixed it, because you play that on the 360, it's been hacked to bits, but it's not bad on the Xbox One now.
I suppose that's you bring the developer's attention back to an older game, and then they have that almost like a responsibility or a desire, because people won't buy it if they hear that it's full of hackers. So they'll want to clean up the servers a bit. It's a pretty cool side effect.
Yeah, it's kind of like World at War. Like, that's hacked to shit. Like, there's hacked everywhere. So like, is that backwards compatible? Yeah, I think it is, isn't it?
World at War.
Yeah. No, World at War.
Yeah, World at War is, yeah.
Yeah, so if they've gone and, well, I don't know if they have actually, but if they've gone and like fixed and patched all of those problems and made it so people can't hack in it, then people will go and play it that again. And if they hadn't had it, then yeah, they will go and buy it. But what I'm thinking is though, they might not do that yet, because then they can get more. They can probably make more money from the next gen version to a small percentage of what the previous version was or costs now.
Yeah.
I personally probably, if they released it both at the same time, I probably would have just bought the Modern Warfare. I wouldn't have gone for the jumpy space thing.
I would have as well. Like, if I had an Xbox One and they bought COD 4 out on backwards compatible, I would rather play that so I didn't have supply drops. Yes, it's nice having like the upgraded graphics and that. And if there wasn't any hackers in COD 4, then it's a no-brainer.
Crosshair chat's asking, is there a date for Modern Warfare yet?
Yes. There is. It is the thing is like the 6th of June. I'm not too sure where the...
Liam's in the chat. Hello, Liam. You poor soul.
There isn't a price point on it yet, but that is yet to be announced as to when that's actually coming out.
So there isn't a date?
No, I think there's a date, but there just isn't a price yet.
Of course there's not a price, because the day before they were, it's 60 quid!
July 20th on the Xbox.
You thought we were going to be reasonable!
Yes, it's June 20. It's the 20th of June on the PS4. Then the month later, it's on the Xbox One and PC.
July the 24th.
July 20th.
20th. Sorry, right.
On the Xbox.
Yeah, I think I think I'll buy it.
It's a good remaster. It's just those tiny little things like the things.
I will only play the single player as well. I don't care if they've ruined the multiplayer. The single player for me was the first time that I played a game where the story actually properly impacted me. Mm-hmm. If you know what I mean, because it is such a well written. It's fantastically written, and all the subtext, and like the SAS are sneaky wee psychopaths, and the Americans are big gun-toting idiots, and It's just a really, and that fucking see that scene with the nuclear bomb, and you play that soldier that just sort of stumbles out of a helicopter and dies of whatever injuries he's got. That was just amazing. I mean, back in the day, protagonists getting killed in first person is just. That's just another. That happens in every video game that's got first person stuff in it these days. But back then, that was revolutionary, and I'd love to see that again. See if they've made any. Have they made changes to the cutscenes or anything like that, or the story bits, or have they just changed the engine?
They've just changed the graphics. It's a good remaster. It's just the supply drops I don't like, and the new added weapons. Like the only reason I got it was primarily because of the campaign. I couldn't give a shit about the multiplayer because I wasn't too much of a fan of the COD 4 multiplayer. I was like Modern Warfare 2 onwards or World at War I liked, but campaign is really good.
Well, I had them all, but Beatles Ghost in chat says, to be fair, the space jumpy part was actually all right. I thought for the story, I mainly got I got Call of Duty because I loved the multiplayer, and I would usually get to about 7th or 8th prestige before the next one came out. So I never managed to get to 10, but I'd get maybe 3/4 of the way. But yeah, like you said, the story. I really like Call of Duty 2. Was 3 was the big one, or was there 3 and the big one, or?
There was Call of Duty 2, then Call of Duty 2 Big Red one.
Alright, it was Call of Duty 2, the big round. So there was Modern Warfare came along, and yeah, story I really enjoyed. Same with Modern Warfare 2. I really enjoyed.
Modern Warfare?
No, the same with Modern Warfare 2. And then I didn't really like 3. And then Ghosts. World at War I liked. I played that recently. And then it was Ghosts, which was I didn't even finish. And I think I got to level 16 in the multiplayer, and that was it. It sort of just went down the. I did like Black Ops 1 and 2. Sorry, but
I loved Black Ops 1.
Yeah,
I thought it was brilliant.
jumping about from time periods.
Yeah.
It was all within the Cold War, and I could agree that was my favourite one.
Black Ops 2 was quite cool as well, but I think it relied a wee bit too much on the. It was really confusing because it was going, you're in the past, now you're in the present, now you're slightly in the future, now you're a wee bit more in the past than you were before, and now it's like, what? I don't understand. And you're always called Mason, even though you're playing two different people. Do you not play Woods, Mason, Alex Mason and Alex Mason's son?
I don't think you play. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I remember being like, who am I? At this point in the game, I'm confused. I'm lost. And then, in fact, I won't give spoilers for this bloody 10-year-old game or whatever it is, but yes, it was a confusing game. People are in the chat. Well, one person in the chat is crying out for Liam. He'll hopefully be back. He'll be here for when we foolishly live stream Eurovision.
Yeah, if you fancy getting pissed with us, because I think we're going to try and live stream the Eurovision Song Contest and critique all the songs because we're absolutely fantastic singers ourselves. And,
I'm a very good singer.
I dream the dream, time gone by.
Yep. No, point.
Nil point.
Yeah, he's over there. Sorry. Which is the camera, Alex? Is that way? You better be. I'm just checking to see. They're probably pointing the wrong way.
It's probably.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
But I was thinking of just getting.
Hopefully, we should have a laugh with it.
Ollie Lunmar asks the £1 million question: why are you doing that?
Why not?
And it's mostly because Alex watches it anyway.
I only tend to watch.
We thought we might as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I only tend to watch like the points given out. Like, I used to watch it for like the whole thing, just the final on the night. But ever since like 3 years ago, maybe I just started watching the points being dished out, just to see if we're going to beat the French or not. That's it. But I thought, it's on. We're doing a podcast now. We're going to be like streaming like live events, and I thought, fucking, why not?
Yeah, we thought about maybe a good and a bit
different.
We can just laugh at it. I mean, Eurovision has been atrocious for years. I think the last time there was anything good on Eurovision was Lordi, and that was in 2002 or something. It's lamentable.
To be honest, that was shit as well.
Yeah.
No,
hey, behave yourself. Hard Rock Hallelujah is the soundtrack to my generation, my friend. You know nothing. But yeah, like Liam says in the chat, Alex suggested it, and it's as good a thing as any to watch when you're just. I'm just going to buy like a £5 bottle of whiskey. Every time someone
drink it by the bottle.
Every time someone hits a flat note, I'm going to take a drink. So I'll be pissed within the first 10 minutes.
Well, this is I don't want to get into politics or anything, but like because of Brexit, we're not going to get any points from any European countries except for Australia, since they're competing.
And Australia isn't European.
Exactly. Go figure.
So because I think at the moment, because we are part of Europe, we pay to be in the final. So we pay to be in the final, whereas some of the other countries have to go through stages now. Yeah. Semi-finals.
Wait.
So,
we pay to get in?
Yeah, we pay to be in it.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Okay.
I want a Eurovexit. I want out.
But the thing is, it's time maybe when we were out, then we may have to go through the process of being into the semi-finals and then to the finals.
Nice.
Because we're out.
Well, maybe then we'll become not shit anymore.
Well, did we
Possibly.
have to do that?
Or we'll just fail at the first hurdle. Not watching that, so we're not in it.
Yes, I remember one year I was listening to the radio and it was Katie Price, bloody Jordan, who's famous for having giant fake tits, was doing a Eurovision song, and she was like in the starter stage, and they were like, we'll play it now on BBC Radio 2 or whatever it is, and like, why are we allowing this? This is embarrassing. Even to enter with a song like this is so cringy, or whatever it is. Oh boy.
But before we were in the EU, did we have to go through that process of not paying to go in?
Yeah, that was part of the Lisbon Treaty, Alex. Part of the Lisbon Treaty, Article 55 of the Lisbon Treaty says that Britain must pay to get into the Eurovision Song Contest, but in return it doesn't have to actually go through any of the entry requirements.
You're looking at Jake's comment. It's pay to win, but the premium Euro pass to advance straight to the final.
Hey, that sounds... Yeah, we've been... It's
Apparently
gay to win. What?
Odds are not winning since the competition
Gay to
started.
win. That's my favourite new phrase. I didn't coin that, by the way. Gay to win. Good stuff. So, we've talked about the Eurovision for some reason. We're all doing that. That's on Tuesday, which is...
No, it's tomorrow, Saturday night. It's on.
Does it start at like 6 o'clock?
I have no idea.
6 or 7?
Well, whenever. We'll do an update. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
My hair does look nice.
So, Liam, you need to get better.
Yeah, Liam, please return so you can drink with us and have other types of fluids leaking from your body. Tears, mostly. So we're going to move on. Next we're talking about PS4 owners being total chumps.
Come again?
This is the story about... you linked to this. I've just reworded it, Alex McGoo.
Yeah.
PS4 owners aren't going to be able to get a hold of Red Dead Redemption 2, apparently, for the first wee while. Because they have they've pre-ordered out all the copies that they already have in stock. Is this basically the gist of what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah. There's a link, there's a article there.
Okay, let me read this article. No, there's oh yeah, there is, sorry. Let me just find it.
There's only one opinion needed. It's a shit cunt.
It's a shit cunt, what?
It's a shit cunt. It was something Hatters mentioned last night.
Yeah.
Because the Australians use that as a term of endearment.
So this is from the Daily Star, not exactly a premium news source, but Red Dead Redemption 2 PS4 release date could be delayed for some Rockstar fans. Red Dead Redemption 2 is supposedly released later this year, but some PS4 players could be waiting a lot further than... This is really poorly written. than 2017 to play this new Rockstar game. Currently unavailable at Amazon. This is okay. So if you've pre-ordered on Amazon, your pre-order might be late. Is essentially what this is, right?
Well, if you haven't pre-ordered, if you haven't pre-ordered within time, is what it's practically saying.
Right.
So
don't pre-order.
But I mean, I think I saw that on Eurogamer as well.
Regardless, it's the way that I have reimagined it is that PS4 owners are clowns because they have turned up in such droves to pre-order Red Dead Redemption 2. Don't do that. Just don't. Wait until it comes out and buy it. It's not complicated. It shouldn't be at the very least, but this is just an example of how pre-order culture works. Is that it's because the idea that Red Dead Redemption 2 is very, very popular isn't new. But what it says is that people are getting, because it's not, I mean, retailers run out of copies of games all the time for pre-order. But it's as good a time as any to talk about how pervasive pre-order culture is.
Well, wasn't there a report as well sometime this week as well saying that at least 40% of all game sales now are digital downloads? So it's slowly, you know, I know it was poo-pooed at the time with Mr. Matrick, you know, wanted to go that way with the Xbox One straight away, without real, you know, if he'd done it gently, then I think they would have gone with the flow with it, but out of the bag to just go, it probably will go that way, but well, you know, the game prices are still relatively high. It's not, you're not getting a bargain
Digitally.
You know? Digitally, no. Well, you buy your PC games brand new, they're about 30 quid, sometimes less. We're still paying 70 quid, 100 quid.
Yeah.
If you want to buy the season pass, it was like £100 for Battlefront at the time. If you wanted the whole lot, so and it's digitally, so it's downloaded down you. You know, there's no disc, but hey ho.
I suppose that's one upside, is the potential for it to cost less. But this is the thing: is the reason that publishers want people to go digital and they want people to pre-order is to have, well, for one thing, it's more control over the numbers that they're going to get. So it's numbers that they can quote to their stockholders or their investors, so they can say, this game is doing really well. It's got 1 million pre-orders, that kind of thing. Oh, 1 million's a bit much. 500,000 pre-orders. This game's doing really well. Blah blah blah. But the other side of that is that they can sort of control your buying habits, and the more control they have over the way you buy games, the more control they can have over the amount that you will buy them for. So once, like for example, in a world where everything is digital, then publishers won't need shops. They won't need that intermediary between the customer and them. They won't even need digital shops. You can just go, you'll go straight to a Ubisoft's website. I suppose you'll get Uplay. That's technically a digital shop, but it still belongs to a publisher. And you'll buy all your games from them, and all those games will be at the price that they want, that they have decided you will buy them for. And if people keep on going with this pre-order culture of, yes, I will pay 60 quid for that right away, that game I've got no idea about, that only inflates prices. That only keeps these things high, and it's really unhealthy. Consumer-wise, it's so unhealthy for consumers.
The last game I pre-ordered was, I have gone and done Red Dead Redemption 2 primarily just because, so if it does, you know, it guarantees me a copy on day one, then I don't care. But the only reason I went and pre-ordered World War 2 was so that I got access to the beta, and that was it. But I'll probably go and cancel it anyway. But yeah, I don't tend to pre-order games anyway. Like if I do, and it's usually like a digital game on the PS Store, like the night before it's coming out, so I can download it for the midnight.
Generally now that because the games are so big and they don't want them to be broken day one, they're doing closed betas as a little tease to get you in. No, go on, pre-order, and we'll give you a wee shot of the beta. And then next weekend they go, right, it's open to everybody, and you're just like, oh, okay. I could have not spent the money just now, and
then they can be
You
like,
know,
look how generous we are.
hey.
We're giving you free stuff.
But whatever you've done in this wee beta weekend will wipe. But they've been doing that. That was Black Ops 3. They did that. Titanfall. They did it. So it's starting to become a thing, even though technically it's not really a beta because the game will kind of it's out in like a month before or after.
The problem is with pre-orders is they see how many people are actually going to get the game because they've already gone pre-ordered it, so they're definitely going to get it unless they either cancel it or they swap it for something else. But if they see that X amount of people are going to get it, then they're going to not finish it or anything. They're just going to update it later on like they have been.
Well, I think that is a part of it. I think people, they would be... The reason that they do these things, that they do day one updates, I mean, there's multiple reasons, but games need to go gold. They need to be approved for release, and quite often that means that a game will be finished, and then the team will hand it in for certification, and then it could be a month after that it is accepted, or that it's like, yep, this is it. It can release at this time. So you've got a month where your development studio is doing nothing. And development studios work on, like, they need to have contracts and they need to have work to do so they can pay their people. I mean, quite often what they'll do is they'll hire in a bunch of staff to finish a game and then they'll fire them all right afterwards, right when the game's finished. But for the people that have permanent work there, then they have to have something to do. So quite often what happens is they'll just, we'll do bug tests. And we'll work things. We'll work on the day one patch, because and there are some bad cases where the day one patch brings in things that are basically essential.
Yeah.
Sorry, hang on. There's an occasional stutter on the video for about a quarter of a second.
Stuttering.
What?
There's stuttering on the stream
Every 3 or 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I haven't noticed a problem, but
I'm not listening to the stream though. I'm just watching it.
No, I'm not. I've got it muted.
I haven't dropped any frames. Let me just close a bunch of. I've got tons of windows open.
John said it's not horrible, but it can be if it can't be sorted and it's bearable.
I'm closing a bunch of things.
Is it your CPU maybe?
But normally that would drop frames. There you go. That
or your RAM.
I'll ram you, pal. Okay, so pre-orders. None of us do them?
I do occasionally, but it depends what it is. Like, if it's a Naughty Dog game, then I will, because you're going to get your money's worth, and it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, but I haven't. So far, a day one game, I've not had a problem walking in to a shop and saying, "Can I get that?" And they go, "Yeah, there you go."
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it's the pre-order copy.
I think the main reason why I think the main reason why people pre-order is so they can get the pre-order bonuses that you can't necessarily get with like a day one copy.
Maybe.
No, the thing is, I walked into. I went, wow. Okay, I bought was it Infinity Warfare? Is that the first
Infinite Warfare?
The first space COD.
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare. And I went in 3 weeks after it came out and bought it, and I got a pre-order copy. Even gave me a beanie cap with it. That was a pre-order bonus. Plus I got all the shit. So it was still sitting in the store. So the only one I pre-ordered was, and that was a digital download, was Battlefield 1, and that was because I'd played the beta on PS4, the beta on Xbox One. And then I played the game a week before with the EA access, and that's the last. And so I knew what I was kind of getting, even though it was only like the first story campaign, it was like the first section of it you got to play. So you were like gagging for more, but you didn't realize there wasn't an awful lot of stuff there for the single player campaign. It was basically a training mission for the multiplayer, but. So I had thoroughly played it before. I definitely want it. Whereas I'm kind of very wary now of just sticking money down
Yeah.
for games I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
I really
pre-order
want Star Trek VR, but I'm still about. Even though I've seen footage of it from Eurogamer and a lot of other YouTube sites, day one, is it going to, because it's an Ubisoft game, is it just going to fold when everybody goes online?
Yeah. Hatto had a really good question. He said, what's worse, pre-ordering or buying into early access?
Pre-ordering. 100,000 times pre-ordering. Early access that's a calculated risk. I don't have any problem with
or you
early
could
access.
buy into DayZ like I did and get an unfinished game 5 years on.
I bought DayZ. I've played this shit. I've got like 300 hours worth of DayZ playtime.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying it's
DayZ
not
could
finished.
DayZ they could stop development and say that's it, no more game, and I wouldn't care. I would probably still download it every now and then play it. I wish that it had been finished at some point, and I honestly I don't think it ever will. I think they will just cancel it at some point, but I'm happy with how it's going, and it's like I say, it's a calculated risk with early access. What they're saying is, we have this unfinished game, and we still need money to finish it and to continue. Sorry, give me 1 second to speak between yourselves.
For me, the only really early access I've really come, I bought Culling. That was like £7, and I've only played it a few times. I've not even this year I've put it on, so I don't know if what has been done to it or updated it. So we were in Ian's stream and we were lucky enough to get given that Battlegrounds because I didn't have the money at the time to pay for it, but. I really like Battlegrounds, and I think it seems to be 10 times better than DayZ ever was. But that's from my side. But I've not played DayZ. I've only just seen what you guys have done.
It's a different game. I think it's really difficult to make that comparison between Battlegrounds and DayZ.
Or H1Z1 then.
Yeah. That's an easier one. But in
It's
terms
more
of polish,
battle royale.
it's night and day. I mean, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is so much more polished than either one of those. It's incredible, honestly. If DayZ was a fraction as polished and complete now as Player Battlegrounds Online. Sorry, Player Battlegrounds Online. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds was when it came out, when it hit early access. Then it would be. I would say it would be near enough ready to come out. But
The only games I've ever put on early access is Arma 3 and H1Z1.
sorry, say that again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to plug my thing in there. No, the only games I've ever gone and put on purchase for early access, I think, is Arma 3, DayZ, and H1Z1.
I didn't realise Arma 3 was early access.
Yeah. At least
quite
I think early access.
I quite like the Xbox One's early access program because it gives you an hour to play a game if you're interested in it. There's not that many. There's only about 6 or 7.
Well, that's quite a few now.
But they're. So it gives you an hour of play before you need to say, well, okay, I'm really like this. I'll drop the 15 quid or whatever. Some of them are 20. I think the Ark Survival was about 25.
Yeah.
So you're not paying the full price for a game, but like you say, it's in development.
It's kind of like a gamble. You don't know if it's going to be finished or not, or if it's going to even be playable, even to the point where it's not finished.
Well, that's what I mean. When I say it's a calculated risk, it's something that you think, you look at it, and you look at the state that it's in, and you can even look at the track record of the developer and say, I think that this will get to where it's claiming that it's going to go, and then you can put your money down on it, but then you can say, I think this is going to die. So I won't
what
buy
about Steam Greenlight? Like, you're paying into a game that could be developed. It's kind of like Patreon, isn't it, or GoFundMe?
I suppose so.
Greenlight's finishing, though, isn't it? They're changing it to something else because of the shit that's appeared on it.
So I had seen that Steamer starting to.
Oh yeah, they're
like,
rejiggering it because it was so brutally abused.
Not a proper game or something.
But so none of us really pre-order unless it's a special occasion. Really, that's the bottom line.
Basically, unless aye, and I don't tend to buy the season passes either. Unless I'm really into a game that I really want. If there's a version of a game that comes with the season pass, I'll often buy that. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
But it's rare I'll buy a season pass outside of one that comes with the game.
I was kind of reluctant to get the Battlefield 1 season pass, but I've got a Sniper Elite 3 season pass, mainly because it was all out and it was cheaper than getting all the DLC together. Like you had the guns, then you had extra missions on it, and £10 for all of that, which could have been about 16, wasn't exactly a bad deal.
Yeah.
So in retrospect, it can be good getting a season pass because you are paying less than what it would be altogether.
Sometimes, but then you don't know what the quality of the content is going to be. So
you don't know.
Sorry.
No, it was just like at the moment, like I remember Battlefield 4. Was it Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3? And they had basically Battlefield 3 season pass and says, right, this is then, and they had a little calendar, which would tell you everything. Whereas now it's this sort of buy the season pass, you get stuff.
They did that for
Battlefield,
with like the little calendar.
And you're just like, what are we getting? I don't know. You're not telling us. It's coming soon. You'll like it. Whereas the other one was like, you this one you're getting that map, then getting this map, you're getting that map, and that, and it was all mapped out, and it's saying right, that's then, and then, and in between that we'll have competitions and stuff. So I liked it for Battlefield 3 for that, but whereas now Battlefield 1, we're like, okay, we're getting the Russians and we're getting snow maps this time next update, I think.
No.
Yeah, because with Battlefield 1, they've started updating it every month now, like a big patch.
And speaking of updates and seasonal content releases, there's another Dark Souls game coming out. But this is a Dark Souls game that is set in the far future. And it's not actually a Dark Souls game, even though it is. It's called The Surge. And it's by the people that made Lords of the Fallen. I don't know if either of you guys played Lords of the Fallen.
I played like 10 minutes, but I got stuck and gave up.
It's basically Dark Souls light. It's Dark Souls. It's it's just a rip-off of Dark Souls. It's quite a good game. I quite enjoy it. But they are releasing their next game, and it is called The Surge. And like I say, it is a futuristic Dark Souls that somehow, I don't know, guns went out of fashion. So everyone's twatting each other with big sticks and big slabs of metal and big metallic punching machines. So have you guys seen any of the footage of this? Or?
I've seen a little bit of it. Like I streamed the Lords of the Fallen because I thought, mainly because the fact is that, well, I played Dark Souls 3 and then I played Bloodborne, and then I thought, well, bugger it, I'll may as well go for Lords of the Fallen as well.
Yeah.
But the other two, I basically followed Ollie and Still Life round as they did most of the smashing of it, and this one was on my own, and it took me an hour and 30 minutes to get rid of the first boss in the thingy room, and I've not really gone near it since, but I'd maybe give it a go. But I kind of liked Dark Souls 3. It was grating at first, but it grew on me. Yeah, finished 3.
I have to say, I've played like 10 minutes of the Lords of the Fallen. From what I had played, I can safely say I preferred Bloodborne.
You prefer Bloodborne?
I thought it was a lot more fun.
Okay. No one's going to hold that against you, Alex.
No, once you kind of got into it, because I played Bloodborne next, it is a different kettle of fish, because the other one you had a shield, whereas this one you had two weapons, so you didn't really have the, you didn't really have the luxury of you trying not to get hit.
Yeah.
Like you say, Ollie had still like sort of beasted it, so I kind of. It didn't irritate me as much as it has other people that I've seen watching it, or made me rage as much because they were doing a lot of the work.
Let's try this. This is gameplay of The Surge that I'm playing alongside our webcams.
Have we got?
Oops.
Ian's. Not Ian's.
What have we got?
Hmm?
What do you mean, Ian's?
Liam's box.
It's fine.
No, I tried to get Alex to leave Liam's box in, but he decided he wanted to remove it regardless. So let's see how well that runs.
You could use the second scene.
Oh, that's a good point. No, I've not set it up. See, we've got this other scene, everyone. That's not set up at all. It's just big. It's just black screened. So this is gameplay of The Surge. Alex, can you see that on the stream?
I can see it.
And it's pretty clear where the inspirations come from. I'd say.
It's like a modern day kind of one.
No. It's far future.
Oh.
It's like the Earth has been destroyed by climate change and robots.
I'm not necessarily like a fan of like medieval. I like the samurai and that, but I suppose I could give it a go.
This footage, by the way, just for the sake of clarity, is from IGN's YouTube channel. And this is under fair use. Just so you know. But this is just a wee clip, I'm
it's
sure.
fair.
Unless we show Nintendo gameplay, then we can get copyright strike by Yamato, whatever his name is.
Yamoto.
Don't say the N word.
Yamato.
Jesus.
No, what? What do you think I was going to say?
Nintendo.
Oh, is it Yamato? Oh no, that's it. Let's remove this stream because we're going to get a strike. A strike? John Bob, is there game audio? Is there video audio? No, he's buggered off. Oh wait, there probably is, but I've got my stream muted.
Let's see.
This is fun. Where's John Bob gone?
Don't know.
Monsieur,
No.
Mademoiselle is losing her
There's
patience.
no game audio.
Yeah, Colby, we are. Dougie, not Dougie, John and Bobby back.
Yeah, we're all in the same time zone.
All GMT. I don't particularly know what to say about this. Mainly because I don't particularly play these sort of games, so I haven't got much to say on it.
But like I say, I've only just recently came out. It was definitely not my type of game. I'm not really an RPG type person in playing. I'm more a first person shooter. But I did kind of get to like Dark Souls and it's good for you. Even when especially as well, because I just stream a game. If I'm streaming, I just play a game. I'll stream it and then I'll finish. And then when I was playing Dark Souls, I was finding myself farming for souls off stream. I'll just go through that corridor one more time, slash up them and get some more, and then get some more, and then I'll rank up.
Or,
and then I'll get some more.
Or do you mean you went and got Ollie Cooker and did a thought?
No. I was doing it on my own.
That was such a pain in the ass, even playing Bloodborne, getting the blood vials. But yeah, I didn't necessarily play on my own. I preferred playing that with
that's the children I made being a hassle.
John and Bob, is there game audio for the video?
Is there audio for the video? I've got it turned off. Do you want me to put it on?
No, it's
probably
not by now. Not now. It's not worth it now.
No, I just wanted to show it, just to be like, hey, look, it's basically Dark Souls.
No, but I mean, like, if you're gonna do a video, maybe.
No, because we're not. The video isn't the point. It's just like this is what we're talking about.
As a reference.
Yeah, as a reference point, not as a let's sit and watch this. Not a reaction channel.
I don't know. I think it might have been nice to have done like just have the audio on, but just quiet.
It's gone. Finito.
Okay.
Finito.
It's something you'd get, JB, because you like Dark Souls, didn't you?
Yeah, I loved the first Dark Souls. I streamed the entirety of it on Twitch. I never would have finished that game if it wasn't for the kindness of strangers. Stumbling upon my Twitch channel and being like, "What the fuck are you doing? Here's exactly how you beat that boss. Here's how you find this weapon. Here's how you do everything in this game." Here's that really like. Did either of you play Dark Souls 1?
Nope.
No.
There's a bit where you become unable to progress, and you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and then you find out that what you're supposed to do is climb across a set of ledges onto a set of roofs, and then jump, which like you have to work out how to jump. I'm pretty sure the game doesn't even tell you how to jump. Jump onto another roof, climb across that roof, climb into a crow's nest, and then lie down. And then the crow comes and picks you up and takes you to the next bit of the game you're supposed to be on.
What?
That's how you
And
progress
you
in a
don't get
bit of
told how to do
Dark
that?
Souls. Because I remember on my stream walking about for ages, going, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. And then someone saying, have you laid down in the crow's nest yet? What? The crow's nest above the undead parish. What? Yeah, here's exactly how you do it. Alright. Sure.
Talking of farming games, Farming Simulator 2018 is coming out in July.
Talking of
I think,
farming games.
for the PlayStation Vita. So if you have one of them and you like farming games, feel free to go and get it.
That's very
It's about
brave to release a game on the PlayStation Vita.
They that's what they do. They alternate between consoles and the Vita. So it's coming out on PC as well, I think. But
I wanted, so I thought that now we've spoken about the Surge, which is a rip-off of Lords of the Fallen, which is a rip-off of Dark Souls, which is an incredibly, famously difficult game. What's the hardest game that you have ever played?
oh, you're testing me now.
And it can be an indie game, it can be a free title you found on the internet, it can be Dark Souls. I mean, it can be Mega Man, just anything, any game that you have played. What is the hardest game?
Intensely hard.
Sorry?
Oh, I'm just thinking.
I'll give you a chance. The hardest game I have ever played was I Wanna Be the Boshi. Have you ever heard of the I Wanna Be the series? Started off with a game called I Wanna Be the Guy. And it's just a platformer where you shoot a gun, and you have to make your way through through screens full of spikes and bad guys, and it's incredible.
Does it have to be a game, or can it be like a trophy for said game?
It has to be a game. But
Probably the hard. I'm trying to think back in the old days when it was Spectrum games and Commodore 64s. They were kind of intensely hard. Underworld was pretty bad for the Spectrum because you can insta die, and you only had a certain amount of lives. Whereas you play it now in the rear replay, and it's you can rewind.
yeah,
So there was a lot of precision you needed to do for jumping and stuff like that. But memorable ones, nothing's really jumping out at me. But
what about Dark Souls?
Resident Evil 7, I must admit, is not for the fact that it's maybe hard. Is being in VR just intensified it so much for me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish it. I couldn't do it all in VR because it was just too stressful. Plus, I was moving probably about 2 miles an hour compared to what somebody else would be playing it. I just that's why I had to stop. I couldn't do any more in VR. I finished the game, but I had to go. I don't know.
It's more difficult to endure than it is to actually play.
Yeah.
So it's not.
It's 100 times more intense.
It's unpleasant.
Me, anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, very.
I don't actually know what the.
But I don't like horror movies or jump scares, so it's sort of if someone who loves that, then maybe they think there's an absolute pure thrill ride for them. But just
I remember back in the day, like I was something like I don't know, maybe 4 or something. On the PS2, there was a Pooh game that come out, and that I found that really fucking difficult. Don't ask. I just thought it was.
Guys in the chat are saying Crosshair Full Spectrum Warrior for him. John D. Jet Set Willie. Liam was Megalomania, followed by Cannon Fodder. Cannon Fodder, yeah, that was harder. I can't remember finishing Cannon Fodder. Treasure Island Dizzy.
Mad Hatter says, ironically, Lords of the Fallen. Genuinely couldn't beat the final boss due to my character build. Funny story, Hatter, I couldn't beat the first boss because of my character build. Whenever I hit him, I did about that much damage. Whenever
Is that the one in the church?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to run in, hit him once or twice, and then run away again.
Yep, it was horrible. What a horrible fight.
I'll tell you what my hardest game I've ever played is.
Hit me.
Fucking hell, I've got now. Oh, fucking hell. It'll come back.
Flappy Bird.
I got like 200 on that. Oh, Uncharted 1 on crushing because that was fucking difficult.
Sure.
I couldn't get past the first level at all.
Well, Alex,
I was
tell you what, me and you.
Easy.
What did you say, Dougie?
I was playing Resident Evil on easy.
Well, they haven't said that yet. Armor 3 campaign is quite difficult because it's actual like planning you have to take into it, and it's like insta death because it is hardcore. So I think Armor 3.
Well, Alex, tell you what, one time, well, the two of you, I'll get you on a stream, and I'll get you to play I Want to Be the Guy. Give me a second, guys.
What's he saying?
My daughter is being an annoying little girl.
Hello.
Where are we then? What if he does that?
Well, are we ready for a new topic?
Yeah, we'll go on to number 8 because 7 John and Bob knows about and we didn't. This month the games for PS Plus were released, and it's was it Zombie Nations we got
Alien Nation,
which to be honest is a top-down sort of tabletop shooter, and the Telltale game Tales of the Borderlands.
Yes.
And that's the two main ones. There's 2 other little indie ones. But apparently America got Abzu, but we didn't.
Yeah, in North America, if you have a PlayStation Plus, then you can get Abzu for free this month.
Which it's because I've seen you play it and you really like it, and I'd like to play it.
I like it. It's a nice, relaxing game. If you play Journey,
Nah, I've downloaded it, but I've not touched it.
it's kind of like that, except it's like a lot more mellow because you're actually like swimming around. It's all like colourful and nice. It's a really nice art style, I think. It's a bit of a. I was confused about the story at first. Like you're swimming around, you think it's like a swimming simulator, but it's not. It's like him trying to find the origins of like where he come from and things like that, and who he is.
Aye. Don't make you
You've played Abzu. We skipped 7, but we'll go back to it. You played Abzu. You played and streamed it, didn't you, Johnny?
Yes, I did. I played Abzu. It's a very, very, very good game.
I'd say it is, yeah.
It's very pretty. Although, now think about it, game might be a bit of a stretch. It's more of it's not a walking simulator, it's a swimming simulator. It's all you do is explore. You don't really, and the only interaction you have with things is by doing a little talk noise sort of thing.
Or swimming. Is it echolocation you do?
Echolocation, yeah. But it's the same thing you do in Journey.
Yeah.
You just go.
That's what I was saying. Only difference is just swimming.
Yeah, you walk up to other things and go ching, and then it goes ching.
I don't think I actually finished Journey. I think I'm about halfway through.
It's very short.
I might play about.
It's free on PS Plus in America, but not here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is not good.
Journey was great as well.
But that's the question. Why does only Americans get get best PS Plus game?
Licensing, god damn it! It's like Netflix. Why do they get all the better films than us? Because licensing. That's what they
They're
do.
Yankee Doodle Dees and they are selfish and they keep all the best things for themselves.
I think Sky's bought some stuff as well, isn't it? Sky gets it first.
Didn't surprise me. But that's just, I mean, that's the corporate world. But the thing is, 90% of all the things that we watch, that we take in, are made in America. So, of course, they're going to come to America first. If we want things to come to the UK first, or to Scotland first, or to England first, let's make things in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
That's the inspirational quote for
Like
this stream.
Sniper Elite.
GTA 5. 6.
Is Rockstar UK-based company?
One of the studios
Rockstar,
is.
Rockstar North.
Rockstar North's in Leith. They were in Dundee. They were DMA designed beforehand.
I thought they're not in Edinburgh.
They're moving to Leith.
Oh right, okay.
They were in Edinburgh. They were right in the centre of Edinburgh. They were right in the centre of Edinburgh. They're moving out
They
to
were across
bigger.
the road from the Scottish House of Parliament.
Yeah, but they're moving to bigger premises.
Bigger premises.
Said absolute equals Finding Nemo without Nemo, or the comedy or the fun.
Hey. Oh, but still want to play it. There you go. That's fine, Jake. As long as you're not being down on Abzu, because that gave me joy, like actual feelings of joy. Abzu. You can ride you can grab onto a turtle,
Or
and
a
just
great
go for
white.
a ride on the back of a turtle.
Or a manta ray.
Yeah, or anything really. Even
I didn't realise my
Even a
marine
shark.
I didn't realise my
I've been on the back of a dolphin.
knowledge was that good, and like I was going around like, oh look, there's a manta ray.
That was a good
There's,
Saturday night, wasn't it, Dougie?
But you
It
know,
was.
And then you switched places. Okay, so
Do you want to watch Eurovision?
The next story is Assassin's Creed has been potentially leaked, and it's Assassin's Creed Origins.
this has been confirmed as real.
What is it called? Assassin's Creed Origins. And it's
Origins.
potentially set in Egypt. So I've written, do you care about the beliefs of assassins?
Not really.
See, the thing is, I downloaded this on the 360 backwards compatibility. Is that Assassin's Creed Revelations?
Yeah.
That's available this month. I've never actually, as far as I can remember, I think I finished Assassin's Creed 1, but I didn't finish 2. Definitely didn't finish 3. I didn't even get to play corner. I lost the rag at
AC.
the hardest game. I lost the rag at trying to follow somebody round.
That was the best bit of the game as well, Dougie.
I know, I missed
See,
it.
that first 3 hours of the game, where you play as that other guy, is the best bit of the game. And then it's like,
Is
oh
it?
no,
Oh,
actually,
okay.
here's the piece of shit that you have to spend the rest of the game playing as. Who shows no emotion, doesn't care about anything, and just
Is this Desmond?
No.
No. Connor.
Oh, Connor. Yeah. I like him as an assassin. Like I like his, like the Native Americanness sort of aspect and the costume. But him as a character, no thanks.
He's just incredibly boring.
I really like Black Flag, but I don't think I finished it either.
I think ever since Black Flag, after it's just gone downhill. I mean, apparently Rogue was pretty good, but I hadn't played that. Played about 5 minutes of it.
It went downhill before Black Flag as well. The problem was that Assassin's Creed 2 was almost too good. Because Assassin's Creed 2 came out and is, to this day, one of the best games ever made. Assassin's Creed 2, hands down. And then Assassin's
I think it
Creed
did finish 2.
Sorry?
I think it did finish 2.
Assassin's Creed 3, disappointment, but almost inevitable. It came after one of the best games ever made, for feck's sake.
And was it Brotherhood?
Yeah, that was quite good as well. It just wasn't as good as the vanilla. But that was it. All those games, all the best Assassin's Creed games are Assassin's Creed 2 and the offshoots of Assassin's Creed 2. And then, Black Flag's good, but like, it's almost like they need to have a good character and they never have good characters anymore.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of disagree with like it going downhill after Assassin's Creed 2 because I'm going to agree. Assassin's Creed 2 probably was the best Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed there was, but I liked 3. I liked it. Okay, I liked the way it went, and the fighting mechanics. Not because it was easy, but I just liked the way it was. But 4 was really good, and then I got Syndicate. I never got Unity straight away. I waited like about a year or so because I had a PC at the time, and there was a load of problems, and it just wasn't running well. And I just didn't enjoy either of them, Syndicate or Unity. It just was not enjoyable at all. The characters were fucking boring.
Unity started good. I thought the first 5 hours of Unity, when I played it, I was like, "This is it. This is like this Assassin's Creed. It's back. It's like this is the Assassin's Creed that I loved when I was kicking about as Ezio. This is just a French Ezio."
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like they are pretty games, like the Unity and Rogue, but the story's bland as fuck.
Oh no,
So, especially.
But what I'm saying is, it started
Syndicate.
really well and it ended shit.
Yeah.
And got shit halfway through. I realised at one point,
Syndicate,
I think I was about 10 hours in, and I was like, I hadn't taken a break. I stopped playing the game in it later. I started playing another game in between. Nice dog. But I just realised I had no idea what was going on. And I had been watching cutscenes. I'd been paying attention. Didn't know what was happening. So there was definitely a problem. I think because Assassin's Creed mixes it in with real world history, and they're always trying to be very smart with what they're doing with their storylines. And video game writers, let's be fair, aren't the greatest writers in the entertainment industry. It can get very confusing. And that might be part of the downfall of the series. I mean,
in Syndicate, I just didn't understand the whole, go capture this territory and regain London back from the Templars. It was just a crap concept. It wasn't fun at all. May as well just been playing Far Cry, doing the old radio towers.
yeah.
Well, I was lucky enough to win from Platform 32 Unity, which I don't think I've finished either. But I never played Syndicate. I watched Ian stream it on Eurogamer, but I was mainly moderating the 1,000 odd people that were watching.
Nice.
But
I remember that.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't really. It was
Cockade.
It was me and Stroyer, and that was it. What was it? I'm not. And then I watched the movie, but I was still in the dark as where they want to go with that. So I'm not all that bothered about the story of the origin of it, unless they try and completely reboot it completely and, well, let's just forget everything that's happened before.
Well,
seeing as everybody's kind of rebooting things now, it's we'll reboot things that need it's not selling well. Let's give it a lick of paint and something new. Because I think Desmond, doesn't he? Sort of thing. I don't know.
He dies. He dies.
But I don't know when he dies or where in the game.
I think they realised that no one liked him. Or that people liked him at first, but they squandered their chance to do something with him. And it's funny, everyone's saying in the chat they want an Assassin's Creed set in Japan. I'm going to put a link in the chat right now to where I actually came up with a big idea for how a Japanese Assassin's Creed game could work. And I put proper effort into this and tried to show it to Capcom people and stuff like that, and no one was really interested, and a lot of people.
Well, there was kind of like concept art done by, I think it was fan made probably, but like
that was China though.
Shinobi's Statement of Faith.
No, this was Japan.
No, this is Johnny Bob's one, is it?
Yeah, this is mine. But Japan is. I am so annoyed still that they've not done an Assassin's Creed in Japan, because it's the perfect place.
Yeah.
I mean, where else do you find assassins everywhere?
Egypt, John Bob. That's where they do.
Sengoku era, yeah, of course Egypt. But
that's where the new one is.
Sengoku era Japan was like the time of the ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
Just
correct me if I'm wrong, but
what was that game? What was that game you were a ninja in Japan?
Tenchu.
Tenchu, yeah.
What? How is just going to put now? I want a new Tenchu. But is it me or is Assassin's Creed 2 when you go down into the underground in the Mario Villa. You know where they got like the stone assassins around in the thing. Is it me, or are they starting to like nitpick from like, we'll do this assassin next, and because he's from ancient Egypt and he killed somebody with a snake, and then after that we'll go to China and we'll have somebody stabbed by a star or whatever the Chinese weapon of choice is, like a bamboo cane.
That's okay, Alex. Yeah, well, that's the other thing with being the sort of, I don't know if they're really telegraphing their stuff. Is this Egyptian game? Because I know there was in one of the games, there was in the tomb, there was like, this assassin killed this person, and it was Cleopatra, I think, for the Egyptian thing, wasn't it?
I don't think it was. It was somebody who killed Cleopatra, maybe.
Yeah, they killed Cleopatra with a snake.
Yeah,
with an adder or an asp. That's what it was. Is that confirmed? Is that who they're saying it is?
I as far as I'm aware, it is set in ancient Egypt, but whether or not that's how they're going to roll it out, I don't know yet. We're going to have to wait until E3.
Okay, wow.
The one thing I thought, because they all kind of got samey. It was just run, scuttle up a side of a wall and everything. Whereas I think with Black Flag they made it different because you could still do all that and do that bit, but then they made it the awesome pirates bit, and that made it even better, I think. So I think
Pirates one was good.
Whereas I think I don't know about the syndicate bit with being inside the horse and carriage type thing missions, but because isn't that the photo that's been leaked? Is it someone on a boat?
Yes.
So are they going to add that? Because otherwise, are we just running up a pyramid?
That would be very easy, though. To be fair,
are we going to bump into Moses? We don't know.
That'd be a bit early, I think, bumping into Moses. But
I don't know. But no, like I've already. Did anybody play Assassin's Creed Chronicles?
I've got them, but I've never played them.
Is that the side scrollers?
Yes.
Yeah. I've got China, but I haven't finished it. I should just change my name to I haven't finished it.
Because I remember they released it with the Ezio collection. There was like a short film for Assassin's Creed. It was about like Ezio in his old age, and how there was this Chinese assassin that come over to his house purposely to go and meet him and that, because he's
Ezio de Auditore.
Exactly, like he was the master assassin at the time. Probably still is a master assassin then. But and she wanted him to train her. She wanted him to train her, but he disagreed, and then she told him to bugger off, and then they went into Florence, and then it was basically how Ezio died.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, I think that's the same Chinese assassin that's in Chronicles.
Yes, that is. Yeah.
It's kind of like an introduction into her, so to speak.
That's the end of Ezio's story. That was a big long.
Was it Embers?
I don't remember, but it was a big long animated film about Ezio and her, if I remember correctly. And that was the ending of it. Is he dies. Spoiler alert: old man dies. Do you care about Assassin's Creed Final Word?
I would have had it been, if it's the same as before Unity, but if not, then no, I'm not wanting it at the minute.
Dougie, do you care about Assassin's Creed?
I couldn't give a rat's ass, but
you don't give a rat's ass.
I'll check it out, but I'm not jumping for yeah.
Okay, so I am ambivalent because I used to love Assassin's Creed, but I don't anymore. I don't care.
No, I'm the same.
But if they bring it back and it's going to be good, then I will buy it. I just don't. I don't understand. And I can't understand for the life of me why they would go, historical. Where could we historically? Look, assassins everywhere and conflict and leaders.
It's going to be like the Mummy films.
Egypt. Yeah. Yes, do that. Go and see mum.
it's now going to have what was that actor from The Mummy? It had Rachel Weisz and
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser. Was it Brandon
Or
Fraser?
Brendan.
But yeah, I mean, if they're going to do like mummies in like a supernatural kind of way, then I suppose that could kind of work. But I don't think it's a good idea, if I'm honest.
So Egypt, no. Assassin's Creed, no. Japanese Assassin's Creed, yes.
Yes, it's Japanese.
Yeah.
So aside from Japan,
There you go. I hope you're watching this, Ubisoft.
I'm all for
verbal
Japanese
diarrhea of
Assassin's
John
Creed, but
Greer.
if you had to choose between the next one after this, which setting would you choose?
Apart from Japan?
Aside from Japan.
Korea. No. The future? Or the present, I suppose.
Modern day.
Yeah. Modern day Japan. No, let's say modern day Germany.
I suppose you could do like the Aztecs or the Mayans.
And the EU could be the mass Templar structure for controlling country, nation states, and indoctrinating people.
Brendan, we were talking about Brendan Fraser.
But yeah, so that's pretty
New topic.
shut and dry. We don't care. Basically, that's the answer. Do you care about Assassin's Creed? No. Francis, can you close that door, please?
Someone's crosses this space.
Can you hear what she's saying?
Space. No.
Daddy,
No.
you're a wee bit silly.
Liam, I think even though you said you've only played the first and you never went back to it, I think you should at least give number 2 a go.
Yeah,
That'll probably
Liam,
be the
number 2
concept,
is so much
Good
better.
idea.
So much better. But speaking of things that
practically recap on number 1.
Speaking of things becoming so much better, the Xbox One is slowly getting closer and closer to becoming a PC.
Is this a Scorpio?
No, although that is an example of it slowly becoming more like a PC.
Or do you mean in the idea of it now being able to change up parts?
No, because it can't do that, and consoles won't do that. No, they're getting keyboard support
Oh.
soon.
The PS4's kind of got that. You can play certain games with keyboard and mouse, like you can play War Thunder.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
I
better.
don't know if it's gonna. I doubt it'll.
It's not full. It's not, the PS4 hasn't
Go
got like
to bed.
full like, keyboard and mouse support, but it is there for like certain games.
No, they won't allow you to use keyboard and mouse with games. And if the PlayStation 4 allows you to do that, that's stupid. Unless it's very specific games, because keyboard and mouse people slaughter controller people.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
It's kind of like
competition. No competition
it's going to
whatsoever.
have 2 different people now.
Yeah.
You're going to have people on controllers which are going to be at a disadvantage to the aim on a mouse. Like people, if you're going to say like, they don't like keyboard and mouse, it's just, I would say when I had my PC and I was like, no, I got used to it and it was slowly but surely becoming more of the thing that I preferred. I still prefer it even though I've got a controller. So much more accurate.
But would you, like, is this something you'd be interested in, the two of you? Like, will you now be getting a Bluetooth controller for, keyboard for example? If
it came out for the PS4, yeah.
Sorry?
If it was to come to the PS4 eventually, then yes, I would.
But you don't have an Xbox One?
No.
Okay. Dougie, what about you?
See, the thing is that I kind of because I mainly play PlayStation 4 now, mainly because everybody else is all on it. So I don't play an awful lot of Xbox One as I have done.
Would you do Would you do it for the
I'm
PS4?
kind of interested in it, but I'm shit at keyboard.
So for you, it's not actually an advantage. Maybe you need that.
How do you feel about Ian with his keyboard on his lap and his mouse on his sofa next to him?
It doesn't surprise me that he dies a lot.
But
Honestly, that explains everything.
I think as well, like if I was to decide between like getting a keyboard and mouse for the PS4 or Xbox One, I think it would depend, like, if you want to play it just like play it casually, or if you want to play it like, I want to do good in this. So if you want to play casual, then choose this, or if you want to lay back and relax. Because if you're on a keyboard and mouse, you can't really do that because you're sitting up straight and that, trying to concentrate.
It's difficult because either you're forcing, because if a dev is gonna have like Overwatch, for example, if Overwatch had mouse and keyboard support on console, the difficulty then is that you are. I mean, I've played Overwatch on console and on PC, and on console it is the slowest, most ponderous. It's like a version of the PC game that runs at half speed in every way, and that's because of the controls, because you can't do that Twitch aiming that JKS is talking about in the chat. If you were trying to put people who were using mouse and keyboard in the same player pool as people who are using gamepad, you're going to lose players, because people who use the gamepad are just going to stop, because there's no point unless you give them two options, which is or maybe three options. Maybe you can have play with gamepad, play with keyboard, or play a mixed game type.
Yeah, well, you could do that,
But then
like different servers or something.
That's the player base as well. If we're like you're only going to play with other people with a keyboard and mouse, you're only going to play people against keyboard, joypad.
Yeah. If people want to elect to play against people using keyboard and mouse when they've got a joypad, batter in, but you can't just expect people to put up with it, because it's provably so much easier to play games like first-person shooters with a keyboard and mouse.
No, I agree.
So there's no justification for that, and it's funny how we got there from Xbox's allowing keyboards, because I don't think it's going to come like that. I think this is one step towards. When I hear that they're going to start allowing keyboards, I'm thinking data entry, and remembering when. Chat. Sorry.
Or game chat, like with the little keyboard.
Because there are a couple of games where you can type in messages, like Star Trek Online. I think you can do. You can
do it with Rocket League and Battlefield 1 as well.
But what it reminds me of is when they said that every Xbox One console was also a dev kit. Do you guys remember that?
Oh yeah,
I remember.
And they said you can, if you've got an Xbox One console, you can flip the switch, and it'll become a dev kit when we enable this feature. And they've not enabled it yet, but this could be. I mean, obviously you need to hook up to a PC. You need to have other sorts of hardware to do it with, but dev kits, keyboards, hand in hand. And I think that's much more likely to be where they're going with that.
Yeah, it's a good idea in that way. Like, if you're gonna do it to split up the player base, then there's no point.
Yeah, it's foolish.
Is that us kind of?
No, we still got topics, don't we? Or did you want to go? Or did you want to toddle off to bed?
It's past my bedtime.
It's past your bedtime. We'll tell you what. Give us another 10 minutes of your time.
Okay.
And then
me and John
will go and have a lovely sleep. And tell Karen that we're sorry we held you up.
Go on then, Doug. You can pick a topic.
Yeah, you pick the last topic, Douglas. Our handsome Douglas.
We'll go with we were talking about it earlier, but also apparently there's a leakage of Far Cry 5, which may possibly go against Red Dead Redemption, Old West. They've been seen spotted. People have been seen spotted in filming in Montana, and the guy who directed. Who was the director? Apparently, he was the one who made the video for the last Far Cry Primal video. Right. So he was the one doing the directing, and it was basically the advert. I don't know if you remember seeing the one. It's basically a guy keeps running back in time until he becomes primal. You not seen it?
No, I actually haven't. I have very little experience with Primal.
Basically, it was basically a live action, intro for the game promo, and it starts off as a guy running, and he's basically running along, but he's basically going into the past.
I think I remember that actually. Yeah.
So it's the same guy who directed it, and the locals spotted these people doing filming, and then they asked them. They were at a church, and it looks like an old 1800 style, really small white church, and they were asking them what they were doing. They said they were filming for a video game franchise, a big, very video game franchise. So the rumors have been going around that it possibly could be a Western type. It could also be, today in today's thing, just set in Montana, but because it's got Montana is like ideal because it's got the snow levels, it's got the high mountains,
like the Hateful Eight.
It's got the the lush green lands,
like open areas,
open spaces, and open areas. Then it could be, and then they're kind of mapping it, so
they could be doing photogram.
Well, that's possibly as well. So
I don't know if Ubisoft would do that, but they're going to use the Snowdrop engine like they do with Division. Did they use the Snowdrop engine for Wildlands?
I've got no idea. I think it seemed to have the same engine as Division.
I mean, like if they're going to go down that route and still use the Snowdrop engine except make it first person, then that is kind of photogrammetry, I think. So that could be a good idea. So that might be what they're doing. If that is
really
the
interesting.
case.
I mean, I quite like the sound of that. If it's going to be a Western Far Cry game, that sounds good to me. I mean,
first person, so like I say, they seem to have mastered animals, and there's plenty of scope, I suppose, for vehicles. So it'd be horse and cart and trap and things like that.
Very early cars as well.
Yeah,
possibly depending what era they set it in. Yeah,
driving at 5 miles an hour. Well, that Wild West, that open West, was only like 20 years worth of history. It really didn't exist for very long in the sort of Red Dead Redemption style that we sort of idealise. It really wasn't a long time.
Red Dead Redemption, especially if they go head to head. We'll find out at E3, which we will. I think we'll do on the Reactionists. We could do the E3 broadcasts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's another thing. That's a vague sort of announcement. Is that we will be streaming all the major E3 things that we can actually stream. So don't watch them at the official Twitch E3 streams. Don't do that. Come watch them with us.
Come and chill with us, and at least the chat will be relatively sensible instead of watching 15,000 or 20,000 or 100,000 people swear blindly at things that they don't like.
Avoid the racial epithets. Avoid all the abuse and all the rage, and just watch it with us instead.
That'd be such a cool idea, Jake. He said, "Do you reckon you'd play a Native American having to defend his homeland from cowboys?"
That's a lot earlier on in the Old West. There was like 400 years worth of war in the Americas. That is quite a long time ago that you're talking there, Jake. But that would be quite cool.
John D said he hated the Old West. Did you not like it when you were there?
I must apologise on behalf of Dougie.
Love you, John.
Yeah, that was me, Sarah. I couldn't help myself. Of course it was me. Why do you even have to ask the question? I'm the only one who does that. Okay, so what was the thing I was talking about? Right, okay. Red Dead. Dougie, you excited for that? Not Red Dead, sorry. Far Cry 5.
I loved 3. I've not finished it yet. I will do. I'm busy just now.
You know, live stream it.
I'm going to. 4. I couldn't really get into 4. I don't know why. It just felt more of the same but less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've got mixed feelings. If it's Western era, then maybe I'd be. It would perk my interest, but then there'd be no wingsuits.
Maybe they could do some Assassin's Creed style historical revision.
Jiggery-pokery.
Yeah, and be like, oh, I mean, actually they had wingsuits 300 years before they actually had them, so people just forgot the technology.
Back then, didn't they? They had parachutes.
Remember that time when Leonardo da Vinci invented the
base
plane?
jumping it.
Well, the highest structure back then, was that not something like a church tower? Or, like, at least, like, man-built?
What do you mean?
And not, like, one of the 5 wonders of the universe or something like that. Like, if Dougie's on about base jumping. Like, there's not many places.
I just saw Andy's
base
comment.
From.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you're saying, Alex. I'm sorry. Let's start again.
Well, I said there were parachutes back then because because Dougie said that there weren't wingsuits, but they could make it as if there were wingsuits back then. I said, but there was the highest structure that was aside from one of the 5 wonders of the universe, whether it be like the Aztec pyramid or the Egyptian one. It's probably just like a church tower, and you can't base jump off that.
No, you can't. But I think if they're going to change up the setting, they'll probably change up the mechanics as well. And they had windmills, I think, in the Old West. But so who is it? Someone was saying it'll be modern. I think it was Liam.
Yeah.
Liam, why aren't you here speaking sense? And knowing more than us, he's saying it won't be modern. It will be modern, not the Old West. Well, I'm convinced. It's going to be a modern Far Cry game set in Montana.
Well, yeah, they could do that as well.
Is that not technically just like the north part of GTA 5, Los Santos, with elk hunting?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know any other answer to that. Yes, that would be.
I haven't played Far Cry since Far Cry 3. I love that, but I never particularly got round to playing Far Cry 4 when it was shown at E3. I liked the look of it, but I just couldn't be asked to get it in the end. Same with Primal, just a crap, complete rehash of 4. But yeah, as long as this is going to be like a decent Far Cry, then maybe I'll get it. But at the minute, no, not interested.
Well, for me, I've never not enjoyed a Far Cry game. I remember I pirated the first Far Cry game, to my shame. I've bought it since then. And then the second one I loved, and the third one I loved, and the fourth one I loved. I've never played Primal, but I've never been disappointed by one, so I have faith that any Far Cry game will at least be a baseline quite good.
Well, I did like Far Cry 1. I don't know if we got Far Cry 1, was it Far Cry Instincts Predator or something that we got for the
on
360?
the console.
Aye.
Yeah.
And that sort of enhanced your powers. I really like that. And then I hated. I liked Far Cry 2, and I liked the way they were going with it, but I just hated the fact that your guns would break and because I'd end up with nothing. Or surprise, I'd drive a car and I'd manage to flip it off a bridge or something like that. I was in the middle of nowhere, and it was wherever I was. I was like several miles. You'd have to physically walk to get that. But I love the map editor on it. That was one thing I really loved. But the first two is that you could make your own maps, and then they've slowly taken that away. So Far Cry 3, the map editor was really good, but putting your map into to play it was shit. And then they did it even you got even less than 4. The map editor was really good, and then you could only make single player missions. So God knows what it'll just be a single player game, like Primal. I think Primal was basically the same map as 4.
It was it was pretty much exactly like all the geometry was exactly the same, but they changed the foliage and the landmarks, and that's it. So cheeky.
But I think Blood Dragon as well was basically 3.
Yeah,
the map of 3, but
Blood
obviously
Dragon's like £6. Do you know what I mean? But
Did any of you, John Bob, did you download the CryEngine that you could get for free on their website?
No.
You could like make maps and that on there.
Yeah, but
It was
I don't have any expertise in making games.
No, neither do I. But it was just like there. So if you wanted to like make a
Just
map
for a
or something,
laugh.
yeah, make a
Just
for
for a
laugh. If you wanted
laugh,
to
mate.
make, because I saw somebody
Make some
made
maps that I
a.
can't use.
Because I saw a remake of Battlefield 3's Noshar Canals on that. Somebody made that was pretty good, and you released that.
Okay.
But
Well,
I made it on. Well, I can't get it now because I gave my 360 back to Kim, and she deleted my profile before I downloaded. I re-put because I've got Far Cry backwards compatible, and she deleted my profile before I managed to download it from the server. But I lost 3 maps that I made. But I made Wake Island from Battlefield 1942, 43.
all right.
On it. But it's on a video that I made. It's Far Cry games maps that I've played and I know I made and no one played.
is this on your channel?
Yeah.
I'll have a look at that later.
Yeah, I'll look at that. Go to Drunk Dougie. Oh wait, what's your username? if you
Dougie Reverse
search
Pro Gamer.
Sorry, Dougie the Reverse Pro Gamer.
We'll put because we're the Reactionists and we all stream. There's Electric Skeleton, Alex, Brett, and Reverse Pro Gamer, as well as 3Gs who will be with us soon. Yeah, we'll put all the links to all the YouTube channels in the description so that you want to check us out as well, and hopefully subscribe to us and have a laugh with us individually as well as a group of drunken Muppets that'll be on Saturday night.
That's not actually Dougie's proper username, but it works. If you just search for that, it works. You'll find them. But like he says, we'll have links in the description. The description doesn't exist at the moment, but it will do once the live stream.
What's our drink of choice on Saturday night? Whiskey. Probably stick to rum.
But for that, this will be the end of the first. What are we called again? The Reactionists Podcast. We will
If
name
you haven't
it-
already, please thumb us up. That would be absolutely awesome. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe.
If you're watching and you're not subbed, then your parents are very, very ashamed. So change that by subscribing. But
Tickle our buttons, please.
yeah, the things I've heard people say about like buttons and subscribe buttons, I shall not utter here. But to fondle them. Ooh, like that. Ooh.
Just a gentle
like-
tease.
Look what I'm doing here. Oh. He can't actually see that until it comes up on the stream. But so this will be the end of it, and we'll be back on Saturday night for Eurovision for some reason. And you can hopefully sit and get drunk with us if that's what you feel like doing. But that's what we'll be doing. So it is from Dougie.
Thank you very much. Cheery bye.
And Alex. Oh, sorry, no, Alex.
Good night.
And from me, bye-bye. Thank you for coming along.
Let us know in the chat if we were any better than our last.
And then
our
Liam
trial
in
channel.
spirit.
Yeah, and it's goodbye from Liam, who wasn't well enough to be on the podcast, but was well enough to be in the chat. Feel better, Liam.
Says bye.
Get some booze in for
Bye.
Saturday night. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
We off?